Hello, everybody. I'm Lofi.
I'm Jinxie.
And we are continuing with Riverdale. We are on Season 3, Episode 8, Outbreak.
Hey y'all, Editor Jinxie here from the future. I just wanted to make a little disclaimer to say that we recorded this episode a little while ago because that's how far behind I am on editing. So, if our comments in this particular episode seem insensitive or tone deaf or ignorant of the realities of the life we are currently living, that's because we recorded it before all that. It was very surreal to edit this episode at this time. You don't even know. Well, you're about to know because you're about to watch us react to it. But that's all I wanted to say. Editor Jinxie, out. We're coming off a real shitty episode.
Right?
The last one. So Hiram was everywhere. And in an annoying way.
Right? He's like, no, he's the man in black. Thanks for giving him a name 2 episodes ago.
We already know his name. We don't need an alias.
Right.
It's not like he's a mysterious... If they were doing the Men in Black and then didn't show him, then we'd be like, who's the Men in Black?
Yeah. But
we did show him. So.
We know that he has already destroyed... Was it Centerville or was it a different town?
I honestly can't remember the name of the town.
Yeah. Archie and Jughead almost got caught.
Archie also kissed this random girl.
Right.
That we don't even care about, and it was just so out of character and weird.
Seriously, it was funky. Speaking of funky, we have Betty stuck in the Sisters of Quiet Mercy.
And it's so much worse now. Because I knew that she wasn't taking the drugs, and Ethel turned on her, and Ethel, I'm really, really mad at you. I kind of hope you die, but I think that's just my really strong
Ethel's
feelings
just
about
slowly
it right
gone
now.
like downhill as a character in terms of like as a person.
I need Cheryl and Tony to break her out. Okay, thanks.
Nobody even knows she's there still. This is so crazy. And I get that it's probably been like a day or two, but to us it's been much longer.
I can't believe that Veronica hasn't noticed.
I mean, like I said, it's only been a day or two, I feel like.
It can't be because she was put in there. Then she investigated the place.
That's true.
And then figured out the rotation or whatever so that she could break
Right.
into there, the infirmary situation. And then she got drugged. So I feel like it's got to be at least like a few days. Like at least 3.
You think after the like first 4 or 5 days where your boyfriends run off that your best friends would be talking. Like, this is
I would be talking immediately.
just... Seriously.
I'd be like, Lofi.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And then I'd be like, oh no, she's stuck in the Sisters of Quiet Mercy. Quiet Mercy. Yeah. Yes. Sisters of Quiet Mercy. And then I'd break you out.
I mean, I wouldn't jump to that conclusion right away, but I'd noticed something was off after a couple days with no response.
And that's the way I would go. I don't know.
The
Riverdale
worst fanfic ever.
You guys, clearly we should write this show. We'd be so good at it.
Yeah, great tension there. Good plot.
Screenwriters.
Somebody dead? Oh my. What is up with this seizure thing? It is so
I
weird.
forgot about the seizure thing.
It's got so subtle.
Yes, Betty.
Good Betty.
Yes.
I mean, you're still gonna get a little high, but not as high.
Thank God, Betty. Don't go to the planet, escape yourself, since apparently nobody... I mean, they're having seizures right now, so I guess.
Right.
Jughead?
Jelly bean?
Thought I smelled something rotten. You heard him? Open the damn gate.
Ooh, I'm so excited over this.
I know this is obviously like sort of side plot, but I'm here for it.
Me too.
Give me some joy.
Oh.
I've brewed you a pot of vintage Narcissus tea, and our family physician, Dr. Caligari, is on call. Even permanently?
You mean like move in with you?
Yeah.
I'm cuckoo bananas for you, Humphy.
They're so cute.
They
Won't you
are.
move in?
I mean, yeah, they haven't had much plot going on.
Yeah,
but...
I know. I kind of wish they had more plot, but I understand that they
Agreed.
are kind of more side characters, so...
Plus, there was a lot of plot for Cheryl in the past, but now that her family drama is mostly over.
You swore to me that this wouldn't happen.
It was a
What wouldn't
miscalculation.
happen?
Oh, shit.
You got a seizure, Mia.
What?
It's all this stress you've been under.
It's not the
That's
stress
a
you...
lie.
Running 2 businesses.
Which is why we've decided to send you to New York.
No.
This year, I'm gonna be a fly in their ointment.
Good.
Whatever they're up to, I will
Stop.
I hope you succeed, Veronica.
Yeah, Veronica.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
Me too.
Oh, hey!
Oh! What's his actress's
Bring in
name?
all the famous people.
I forget.
I recognize that rooster top. Archie Andrews?
Especially because she'd never seen him buff before.
Yeah. I forget at the beginning, everybody was like, ooh, Archie's abs. He must have, like, really grown over the summer or something.
You two finally got together, huh?
No, we're not together. Together, we're just on the road together. Yeah.
Slash shipper's dream.
I got my GED now. I started this whole place up. I
Good
am
for
a
you.
legit businesswoman now.
Hey, Gladys. Tailpipe just came in with these. Where do you want 'em?
Yeah, not right now. Lug nut.
Lug nut.
I mean, if you're not on the up and up, just admit it to him, you know?
Yeah.
It's worse than lying about it.
Well, I can understand she wouldn't want
Right.
to...
Make that a first impression.
Yeah. She probably wants to look the best for him.
Whatever caused yours spread to the Vixens. All of them? Including Veronica? She's one of the fallen. Yes. Oh my god. Poor V. I'm just glad that you were here, honey. Safe.
Safe? Why don't you just tell her that they're giving her drugs straight up?
He tells me secrets and gives me personal quests. And I know people are scared of him because
Ooh, she's gonna make Ethel super jealous.
he's super funny. Yesterday, he said... Never mind. He said what?
I'm enjoying this so
Yesterday,
much.
he said...
I feel a little bad for Ethel, but it's just
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Or you and I can go talk to the Gargoyle King together. You do have the keys to his chamber, don't you?
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yes. He's probably not in there. Like, who could be just waiting around all the time? Yes.
Once the drug wears off in a few hours, you'll see, okay? You'll see the truth.
I don't know. No, I mean, like, I don't know about leaving her there to detox without supervision. Because that withdrawal can be very dangerous on the body.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's their concern.
I don't understand.
It's just a statue.
Aww.
But I saw him.
I mean, Ethel was already, like,
Yeah, she was
in a not good mental state, so this whole thing is just a mess.
Think about Delton and Ben. If we know more, then we can stop those things from happening again. We just need Sister Woodhouse to fess up before we can escape and shut this place down.
Shut it
Finally,
down,
finally.
At least Ethel's smart enough to, like, accept it when it, like,
Yeah.
is in front of her face.
I think to discuss shutting down the school.
Why would that be a good idea?
Oh my god.
What the hell?
High is officially a hot zone?
Shit, get Tony out of there.
This is so over the top.
It is, it's ridiculous.
That's one of the infected.
Go, Veronica, run!
That's one of the infected.
So it wasn't like people are dying.
Fizzle rocks are coming from the south side, right out of the prison your dad's been building.
Burn it down, Veronica.
No child should step foot through these doors until we have figured out what is going on in this toxic
ridiculous.
petri dish of contagion.
Also, that's really the only parents that showed up.
I know, right?
The men you saw in hazmat gear, they were hired from a private firm to run exhaustive tests.
And just kidnap children without their parents' permissions?
It's becoming a prison, not a drug factory. If you like the name of the guards we recently hired, I'd happily provide a list.
Everybody's just gonna believe him?
I know, right?
Like, there's no evidence here.
I hear tell that these seizures cause hallucinations, and isn't this child one of the afflicted?
This is so ridiculous.
You messed with my squad, which means you messed with me. Now I demand real answers. What?
Just punch her.
What is it, you Viper?
Cheryl doesn't even care.
This is totally an act to get everybody on her side. I saw those looks.
Mm-hmm.
Archie was the only one that stood up to him, to fight him.
Not to mention, I also dated his daughter.
Dated. As in, no longer dating.
Oh.
Relax, Jelly Bean.
It's JB now, Kid Kerouac.
It's too risky. He'd drag me home by the collar. Riverdale's not where I need to be.
Riverdale's probably where you need to be, but
Hooray!
you need to get there first. Yeah,
Very
roasted
Filipino of
pig.
you.
I know. I'll just say.
It is very delicious. There's a taco truck in town.
They have
I
lechon?
love it. Oh, no.
Oh, you made me think it was some kind of like...
No, it's pig.
Oh, no. I just want some lechon.
I'm just trying to crack it, get underneath it, figure out who's behind all of this.
Hiram, it sounds like.
Yeah, it
Just
sounds
so boring.
like, but I don't think it is, because otherwise I would be very disappointed.
Penny Peabody.
Penny? That wench? She always had a beef about your father and I. And then she does this, she cuts up my son.
I'd love for her to come in and take out Penny, but honestly, we haven't seen Penny in so long. She's such a non-entity.
So what? So we jack a couple stereos here and there, and we steal some hubcaps. I am feeding and taking care of all these kids who have nowhere else to go. What am I supposed to do? Just leave them high and dry?
That's what you did to me, isn't it?
I understand his feelings here.
Right. And I do get, like, at the time, FP was, like, a total alcoholic.
Yeah.
But, like, you think you still would have taken your son with you. Granted, I don't know if he would have wanted to leave.
I think it's just seeing her caring for these other kids.
Mm-hmm. It was rough.
Especially when she did it.
Surprised to
Seriously?
see me, right?
What the hell? Oh my god, I hope Jughead's mom takes you out.
Right.
I'll give you the luxury of an open casket.
Not if I put you in one first.
Yeah.
Do you have a taser, a gun? What is it?
Drop the butter knife, bitch.
Kid, he might poke your eye out.
Yes! Jelly bean, you're so awesome.
It was fun. I'm here for it. She's like, I ain't no kid no more.
Oh, I hope we see more of Jelly Bean.
Speaking of my jug, I saw the work that you did on him. You carved him up like a Sunday
I mean,
roast.
technically he did it to her first, but
That
still.
was business between me and him.
Doesn't matter to mom.
Finally.
Jughead's just like, yeah, whatevs.
Ask her about G&G. How Hiram fits into it all.
Roger that.
He's like, that's all I care about.
I love this, seeing adults versus adults, because I always get so sick of the
Agreed.
adults taking
Versus the
advantage of the
kids.
teens, and it's just like, oh, this is so good.
Gusto you showed in that meeting.
And nobody cares.
That was audacious.
I need a Pringle to get through this scene, Hiram.
I mean, it's so much bigger than you're giving me credit for.
God.
This plan, what's coming next, is practically...
Are you a fanatic now, too?
He cannot be the Girl King, is he? God, I just feel like it's almost just too heavy-handed, but then, I don't know.
I mean...
Are we okay here? I mean, is Archie even safe?
Yeah. Of course he is.
What about everybody else?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but something big's happening.
I'm worried about all the kids that are there.
Your text said you had news?
Betty called. She's at the sisters'
Team up,
night
girls!
out.
Team up!
Out.
What? That place is the hellmouth of Riverdale. We have to break her out.
Buffy reference, woo!
My vixens have fallen. My TT has fallen. If my Gorgon-like mother has any knowledge of how or why that's happening, we'll get it out of her.
Good.
Please do. Just give me something.
Oh, I'm so excited. I need these plots to come to fruition in this episode. Please don't make me wait till the next one.
Right?
It's time we pay a little visit to your king.
Shit, are they gonna be attacked?
By who?
I don't know. I just felt this is like...
Which means there is a target on your back now too, Jughead. And it's the same if he goes back to Riverdale. Archie's dad, Archie's friends, everyone is at risk.
Oh, he's gonna take
Which
off.
is why you gotta cut him loose.
I'm not just going to ditch Archie, Mom.
Doesn't make any sense.
I put Jelly Bean in danger. I can't keep doing that. Wherever I go next, there's got to be a line.
You gotta take down Hiram in the meantime, Jughead.
Right?
Misbehaving children have been brought down to this room since the asylum opened. That statue scared them into submission. Some of them, the more disturbed ones, created a fantasy realm, a game.
Did Hiram used to live there?
Oh, maybe?
We're taking your children with us, sister.
They won't want to leave.
We'll see about that.
I kind of wish they had drugged her.
Me too. I kind of thought they would Fizzle Rocks her.
Mm-hmm. I think they're just trying to show, you know, that they're better than her.
Yeah.
Let's do this again.
Good old-fashioned torture.
Speak, or it gets the syrup again.
You can drown in syrup.
The Gargoyle King inspires fear, so let's give them hope. Let's give them the opposite of the Gargoyle King, which is the Griffin Queen.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
I packed you guys some lunches for the road. Hey, Jug, you mind getting that?
I'm so
It's
nervous.
Archie's ride.
It's a knock.
I know.
It's probably not Archie's ride.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's dead.
Yes.
Smart.
Yes.
That's smart.
Dad.
Yeah, there's no way he'd let you go off without
I
him.
miss you so much, Dad.
Me too, son.
You guys can go on an adventure together.
And honestly, it's less suspicious for just a dad and son to go across the border. Oh. Family reunion.
Can I get a hug?
Can I get a dad?
Hey, JB.
Ooh. I mean, technically the mom's the one that left, but yes, they could have all made an effort.
Well, I mean, he was like a drunk, so
Yeah, he
she
was.
probably...
It's true.
She didn't see the best of him. And he's healed with Jughead, but he still has his work to do with Jelly Bean.
It's true.
Look
at me, Betty.
Causing trouble.
No problem at all. I don't think we have to worry much about Penny anymore.
I feel like she's more brutal than FP. Because FP wouldn't have done that to Penny. But she's just like...
She is. I do hope we get to see more of her. I don't know if we will, but...
Yeah, I think she might be a one-off, but...
It is a
great one-off.
Good to see him, yeah.
Kind of like Archie's mom.
Yeah.
But you brutes are helping us out. We need backup. Right the hell now.
What's going on?
I like Cheryl's outfit.
On your feet, soldier boys. We're going to war.
Yeah!
But there is hope. A queen to lead you into the light.
Hark, there she be.
Nice! Buddy!
It's Mops.
I'm into it.
Right?
It's so ridiculously wonderful.
Your Griffin Queen. Away from this fortress and back to the kingdom of Eldervale.
But what about the king?
Nice. What does this mean?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I'm excited.
Oh, he dyed his hair finally.
No!
You have to. He's too
Archie,
obvious.
no. I like the clearly fake red.
Gotta be a whole new person now.
I was your age when my father passed away. I never got to say
This
goodbye.
isn't goodbye, Dad.
This is just until Hiram's taken down.
Right, it's not.
Fred, you're gonna have to do some work with Jughead.
So disappointed in you.
Mm-hmm.
You're too late. The order went out 10 minutes ago. I was about to call and tell you. It's starting.
Why haven't you called, like, the New York Times or something? I don't know what's going on, but it's obviously big news.
Hell is breaking loose. I came to get you out of the sisters.
Too late.
For that night was the fruition of a game that had been planned for and played across the years.
Is it like on
The hell?
quarantine?
Apparently.
The hell is this? Town's under quarantine. Governor's orders.
Nobody's
No one in or
even
out.
died.
Turn around and go.
No, we live here.
Not anymore. Turn around. Now.
I know, right? Like, what the hell?
They do not quarantine for seizures. I'm sorry. They just don't.
You did the right thing.
I pray that's true. And may God have mercy on our souls.
Not God, Governor. The King.
What? Oh. Okay, so he's not the Gargoyle King. But he serves the king? Okay, I'm more okay with that. Like, if he's just his lackey.
Yeah, agreed. Because I really didn't want him to be the Gargoyle King, because I felt like it was so, like, this is too much Hiram. It honestly is just way too much.
But if he's a lackey, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's fine if there's, like, Hiram's the big villain, but he's involved in, like, every little thing and every big thing. That's just, like, too much. So
it does make more sense, though, if the whole reason we see him so much is because he's the hand of somebody else who's keeping secret. Because that's really how it's done. You have somebody else be the face of your organization.
Okay, let's start from the Archie storyline. I love that we got to see Jellybean and that she's a badass with her slingshot.
That was fun.
I'm so glad we got rid of Penny. I hope she's gone for good.
Anyways.
Jughead's mom being Gina Gershon is funny. I love that this episode, by the way, as a whole. Way better than the last episode. Like, 1,000 times better. It was so much more interesting. We got to get new characters who we actually cared about, unlike the new characters from the last episode.
Which is, I mean, I think that last episode was definitely, like, a transitional filler episode to get to this one. But I wish they had just cut out the last episode. It wasn't needed at all.
Agreed.
Yeah, there wasn't really any... It was definitely more of a filler. Like, the only interesting part was Betty, and that could have easily been in a different episode.
Because the casino thing with Veronica had no repercussions.
Yeah.
Jughead's and Archie's thing
filler.
pretty much had no repercussions. They're still continued on their journey to the mom. You know, like, they could have just gone straight to the mom.
Exactly.
I'm glad that she convinced Ethel, because Ethel was annoying me so much.
Which, again, I think it came down to, like, they needed her to be a tool for a little bit until she could be a character again. Which is so sad, because I do like her as a character, but they just keep sort of putting her in these filler roles.
Yeah.
And I would rather you just have multiple actresses do it then, because it's just weird, because then it makes it look like she has, like, 50 bajillion personalities instead of just giving it to multiple characters.
I loved the whole Betty Ethel breakout. I'm a little sad, though, that apparently it might not have mattered because Alice came. I mean, I'm glad, because I think they'll hopefully be able to take them down. I don't know if they will, the sisters, but
I think it would be interesting if, because, like, this was the last episode I ever saw, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is so it's been a tense whatever many months we've been watching this, because that is the last episode I ever saw, and then I had to stop watching it because we were going to start reacting to it.
Yeah.
So the next episode will be brand new for me. Yeah. So, like, it makes me also curious, so, where are they going to go from here? Is it going to be, like, all these people who are against this teaming up? And if so, are they going to meet at the school? Or maybe they take over the Sisters of Quiet Mercy's, hospital? Because that'd be interesting, too.
Yeah, so I don't know where they're really going with that, because the whole, the quarantine thing, it's like...
It's so over the top.
It's so over the top. So... It's like, I wouldn't mind them doing this quarantine thing, but it's like, they're going to shoot people who are coming in because of the quarantine, even though nobody else has died.
Also,
they should have just killed people.
Quarantine would not happen if people did not... They don't quarantine for seizures.
Yeah.
Like, you literally have to have death on your hands for a quarantine to happen.
Yeah, I think it would have been so interesting if they had done seizures that led to death. Because then it also would have raised the stakes. Because you wouldn't... These could just be side characters who die, by the way. Who just then gives it a reason for a legit quarantine. Because I think that would have been actually, like, kind of crazy fun. But then again... Like, it wouldn't really work, because Hiram doesn't want to get involved with, like, the bigger authorities. Like, they say they called the CDC, but they didn't, because Hiram wouldn't want to risk them discovering what the actual issue is.
Yeah, this is all just straight up him working with, like, the governor, but can the governor just cause a... Like, I feel like there's a lot of hands in a quarantine, like,
it's just
situation.
So over the top or whatever. And, like... Hermione is so annoying, because it's just the same thing over and over and over again.
She's just sad and drunk.
It's like... they give you a smidgen of hope because she gets angry and then nothing happens. Nothing ever changes with her character, so it's very disappointing.
It's also unfortunately realistic, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
I want my, like, triumphant stories of redemption, please and thank you.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons I think that we also, like, love Gladys and Archie's mom, is that they're so proactive, whereas Hermione is so, like, reactive, does nothing.
Yeah.
Veronica was pretty ineffectual in this episode, which kind of sucked.
But I mean, it's not like her
too far
fault.
behind.
Yeah, like, there's really nothing she could have done. It was already way too far in motion for her to be able to do anything.
Yeah.
And then I also wonder, like, how big is this quarantine zone? Like, is the farm in the quarantine zone or no? Because we've still never seen the farm.
I'm guessing it's not.
I'm going to assume not as well.
There's no way that they could do that big of an area. It has to be just like the city of Riverdale.
Right. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that FP and Jughead are stuck on the outskirts, though.
Because they can do other things.
Yeah, I hope that they can communicate with each other, hopefully.
It'll be interesting to see. But, like, what are they going to do with, like, Archie gone? Is he going to see on the news that it's quarantine and come back? Because it's definitely going to be a big news story.
Yeah.
I just have I have no idea what they're going to do from here, and I'm really, like, wondering what they're going to do from here. But, I really did like this episode. Even if I did... It's like, this is what I meant by, like, if you're going to go over the top, commit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what they did this episode. They committed to the crazy versus, like, sort of going back and forth. Like, I do still wish, like, the stakes were higher so that the quarantine made more sense. But if I ignore the reason for the quarantine, it is interesting.
Also, like, character-wise, I'm glad we get to see some more of these side characters. Like, Reggie working for Veronica, I think is great. I love that we got to see some of Cheryl and Tony, even though we didn't actually get to see them working together, which is kind of disappointing. I would love it if they continue to use the ROTC or the RROTC as their, like, army or whatever. Like, I think because before they had the Bulldogs, but they, like, never use them anymore.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of broken apart. Like, Archie's there, Reggie's there. It's sort of, they moved on. And also, where is Kevin's dad?
Oh, yeah. We were introduced to him to, like... Oh, yeah, Sheriff Keller. We haven't seen we saw Sheriff Keller, maybe he's preparing for his wedding.
Oh, I forgot they got engaged. But that's still weird. Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like probably now we'll see them more. I mean, I do get, because, like, he's not the sheriff anymore and she's not the mayor anymore, so they don't really have their hands in the pots.
Yeah.
But it's still just... I guess I just expect to see him with everything that's happening.
Did Fred make it back into town?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So Fred is technically on the outside too.
Yeah. Because at the beginning of the season, they really got gave me my hopes up with the whole, like, dads working together kind of thing. And then we didn't get to see the parents work together.
None of it.
Which is why I was saying I love that Gladys went up against Penny, because this is the issue with the show that I've had, where, like, these adults just, like, hammer on these kids over and over and over again, and we never get to see, like, the adults take on other adults, because there are some really cool adult characters there, like Fred and FP and stuff. So it's like, when it happened, I was so excited.
Especially because, like, I feel like in the first season, they really did have more of that, like, the kids were kind of against each other and the parents were against each other, and then all of a sudden it was just all Hiram, which was kind of frustrating. But then I also realized, also realistic. It's all just the parents messing with the children and the children getting annoyed and trying to do what they can.
Yeah, but, like, I mean, the fact that there's... Because there is... Okay, so in addition to Fred and FP, there's Sheriff Keller, and then there's the Mayor McCoy, previous Mayor McCoy. Like, all of them really are figures that could do stuff. And so I think that the show set us up for that to happen, but then it didn't do anything so far.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if it was a scheduling thing or if the writers just really wanted to focus on, like, the younger the younger half of the cast. But, like, yeah, part of the show that I thought that I really enjoyed was the fact that you also had the parents really involved. And there was just none of them. Like, unless it was Hiram's plot, everybody else was just a tool.
Yeah.
Like, Alice was just a tool. Everybody... I mean, we're only on episode 8, I guess. I realized. I think this was all just a build-up to get to this quarantine point.
Well, but no, I think that you have a valid point, because I think that they've actually regressed on some characters, like Penelope Blossom. She had some interesting conflicts in the previous seasons where she both loved and hated Cheryl.
Yeah.
Like, she was concerned for Cheryl, like, she burnt the check and, like, all this stuff, and now she's just this one-sided villain, which is kind of disappointing, because their conflict is actually interesting, even though I did want her to take her down. It was just, like, it gave her a bit more than just to be just, like, a flat character, and now she's kind of just a flat character. I'm like, So...
They all are, and it's very upsetting.
So, you need to give some attention to those people, or just get them off the screen, because, like... I don't want to watch just flat, boring characters.
Especially when you gave us such, like, build-up. Like, if they're already a flat character, then it's annoying. But, like, the fact that we knew the potential and then now it's gone is just frustrating.
Now, of course, the big question. Who's the Gargoyle King? So we know it's not Hiram. Obviously, it is not FP and Fred.
And it's not...
They're out of town. It's not...
Hermione.
It's not Alice.
Right. And it's not Penelope Blossom.
It's not Penelope. That's a 6. There still could be Claudius.
I don't think.
But I don't think it's Claudius. Honestly, we barely see him. I don't think he's very smart.
Surprise! It's Hal. Well, I would love if it was sneaky and if this was somehow tied into that the season 1 plot of the Black Hood. I don't think it is, but I wouldn't mind a full circle. Something.
There's always that one suggestion you made, Principal Weatherby.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting.
I don't know that we see enough of him to see it. It could also be someone we haven't met yet.
I'm on the, somebody we haven't met.
It could be that other group of people playing the game, since there were 2 groups of people playing the game.
Which was this group that Hiram was in.
Yeah, because I don't remember everybody who was in that group.
It was Dilton Doyley's dad.
Who's dead?
Yeah.
Or is he dead?
I think it's a little weird, but it could be.
I mean, we never saw him, and then, but why even emphasize his death? You know, they could have been like, oh, he died. Instead, they made it this whole thing of like, oh, he like committed suicide. Oh, no, he didn't commit suicide.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So, like, or something like that. I don't remember, honestly. It might not be important at all. But
I don't think it was hit. Well, the whole point of it was to show, like, I think the cover-up is why that was brought up so specifically. Because he was actually murdered, is what they covered up.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
They covered up that he was murdered. So I don't think it was him, but it was Hiram, Dilton Doyley, and then not Dilton, but whoever his dad is. And then it was 2 other people in that game, wasn't there?
Yeah. And they're none of the main players, because the main players were all on the other team.
So it could be one of those 2.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting.
Or it could be someone else. Someone who maybe knew Featherhead or...
Well, I still think it's someone from the Sisterhood of Sisters of Quiet Mercy, because if that's where the game came from,
definitely,
then I wouldn't be surprised if they stayed there. What?
I was just thinking of the dead Betty's brother.
I know, me too.
What if he's not dead? What if he's the Gargoyle King?
He's too young. That's the problem, I think.
You're right, he'd be too young. But maybe he took over from a previous patient. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so great? I want to see him so bad.
I think he's dead, but it would be interesting if he wasn't. If they were like, let's bring this character back.
Why even introduce a character only for him to be dead? I'm just like...
I mean, I think one thing we've noticed about Riverdale is, like, long thought. It's not necessarily their plot in every episode. So...
Yeah.
Not like I hate the show, but like everybody knows there's flaws with Riverdale, even if there's parts that you really enjoy.
Yeah,
so.
I really like this episode though, especially compared to the boringness that was the last one. Right. So
just keep it. This is also like my gripe with shows that have like 22 episodes. Unless you have a reason to have 22 episodes, I don't want your 22 episodes. Give me 10 to 16.
16's my ideal fave,
and it's perfect. Yeah. Just, unless, if you're doing 22 episodes for a multi-season show, usually you don't need that many. Like, if it's a one-seasoner, then, like, that makes perfect sense. But,
yeah.
I just, my gripe with cable television is sometimes you have too many. I'm so interested to see what happens next.
Yeah, me too.
Especially because it's all new to me, finally. Yay! Like, there's things I didn't remember, but I remembered literally the final scene of, like, I totally forgot that Archie wasn't with him. I thought it was, in my head, it was like Archie and Jughead going up to the fence and being like,
What was that early death that you didn't remember? That someone was going to die and you were like, oh, I forgot that they were going to die. Until that scene came on.
Oh, I don't know. No. It wasn't the die. It was Archie's dad getting shot.
Oh, yeah, you were like, I forgot that
he was It was literally, he was in the bathroom. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, shit. I forgot about this.
Yeah, this will be really exciting. Yeah. So, I mean, you've been really good about, like, not giving away anything to me, so... Which I think is both of our goals when, like, we're watching something that one of us has already seen. We're, like, really trying hard not to give anything away, so we really have to be, like, a bit more...
And it had been a while since I watched this, so, like, a lot of it I didn't really remember, so that made it a little easier. But, like, yeah, like, I remembered the quarantine was going to happen, because, like, how do you forget that?
Especially if it's what you left off on.
Yeah. But I'm excited to finally be, like, completely fresh.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Yay!
So, thanks for watching this with us. And...
Don't forget to like and subscribe!
Yes. And we will see you all in the next episode. Bye! Okay. They're so annoying.
No.
Just, like, go to prison already.
The thing is,